The Creative Assembly with their money-grabbing policy have done it once again, not to my surprise. The new Total War game has been announced and it is going to be Total War Warhammer 2. A lot of people are hyped for the game, yet others are totally pissed. In this video I will express my opinion on the newly announced game, as well as reading some of the comments on their intro video to explain why a lot of people are pissed about Total War Warhammer 2. I've personally had problems with the Creative Assembly since Rome 2 Total War, and I will go in depth why. If I do provide content you don't agree with in this video, then leave your opinion down in the comment section, explain yours and why you don't agree with mine. It's going to be a lot more productive than clicking the dislike button and leaving a death wish comment. If you don't know what an opinion is, here is the description from Oxford English Dictionary. Before I start, I just want to clarify that the Creative Assembly have hinted numerous times before that the new Total War game will not be a historical one. For Christ's sake, their countdown video had jungle and dinosaur noises in the audio, but why the fuck do they need to make a Warhammer 2 right after the first one? Obviously, they are doing it simply because the first Warhammer game was one of the most successful games they have ever made. In all honesty, the plot is genius, combining the Warhammer universe with the engine to make a game that was a great idea, and the response was amazing from the game. Logically speaking, why shouldn't they squeeze even more money out of their consumers, right? Well, lick my ass, Creative Assembly. Remember a few years ago when Rome 2 Total War was announced and the hype for the game was so high? Yet when the game came out it was buggy as hell, and it took them half a year to fix all the problems. I wouldn't be this pissed if they had worked day and night to fix all the flaws in the game. Instead they focused on making a blood and gore DLC first. What the fuck, CA? To explain this with, we are trying to avoid a certain age rating, I don't fucking care. It's insulting after spending half my low student income on your shitty buggy game, I have to spend an extra $250 to get blood effects which should already be there, because that's what you expect from thousands of soldiers cutting each other's throats open. Let's not even start with the numerous DLCs you make to sell one by one to squeeze as much coin out of us as possible. Look, your Warhammer game sold really well, and I can't say that it was a bad game. But now you expect the second one to sell just as good? Well, I'm certainly not going to buy it. There are other ways to get it online. Let's now check out the public opinion on your video. As you can see, the ratings are very mixed. People from totally pissed category to people who seem to be fine about the next Total War game being Warhammer 2. I want to state that this is fine that you don't have a problem with the new game being what it is. But I have been a consumer of theirs since Rome Total War, and this kind of selling policy ticks me off. There are hundreds and thousands of people who were waiting for a Medieval 3 Total War or an Empire 2 Total War to come out, and you basically say fuck them and make another copy of a game that sold better. Not cool, bros. In conclusion, I want to say that I love the Total War franchise. I love being able to control massive armies and fight in huge and bloody battles, but either you agree with me or not, the facts clearly state that the Creative Assembly are money grabbing. It might seem that I'm pretty pissed about all this and that I'm bashing the developers too hard, but this needs to stop. For fuck's sakes, listen what your consumers say, otherwise you're going to get broke. Final conclusion. If you agree with me, it's fine. If you don't agree with me, it's also fine. But the facts clearly state that CA has always tried to squeeze as much money out of us as possible. If you want, then go ahead buy Warhammer 2. But I believe that it is going to be more or less the same game with a few refinements. Liko is signing off and I will see you guys in the